Hey, everybody. Wow, webinar with myself. That's new. Anyway, I addressed this video dedicated to my friends in Hong Kong who are just getting started with Healy and falling in love with it. So I'm trying to share as many things as possible. I know I can't be with everybody at the same time. So I think this is a beautiful channel to go out and speak to you guys. And of course, we can also use this video for anyone else. Just finishing my positive thought program with my Healy and now moving on to my Pure, which I basically use every day to detox myself. Okay, but now I'm trying to keep this video on 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes if possible. There is so much to say. There's so much to talk about. So I don't even really know where to start and where to end. Let's just freestyle. Let's just start somewhere and end somewhere else. And hopefully we get a few messages across, sharing my excitement, sharing why we're doing this and what it actually is and where it's coming from. So maybe what I do now is go back in time, and I want to share my screen a little bit for a few points in the presentation. The presentation right now is 85 pages long. Talking about different products like digital nutrition, the watch connector, the Healy advisory app, which is an application where you can type in any kind of condition and you get a list of potential frequencies for you, ideas about nutrition. It gives you a shopping list, even what you should buy and eat for yourself and stuff. This is amazing. And we have that watch, which I can talk about next time in another video, which is basically tracking everything like every other watch. Okay, but the beautiful thing, and just like this is, if you have the question, what's so special about the Healy watch? Healy watch is tracking my sleep, my heart rate, my blood pressure, heart rate variability, stress level, whatever, all this kind of stuff, all the time. And then based on the metrics, based on the analysis, it will tell me exactly what frequencies I need. And that's the special thing. So you have an analysis, with normally you don't know, like, what do I do now with this knowledge? What do I do now with this blood pressure or this heart rate variability, stress level? What do I do now? But now it gives you the solution. It tells you exactly, hey, use this frequency program combined with this frequency program, do the analysis of the watch after, again, you see the differences. So that's a very special part of the watch, but it's probably require another video, another 15, 20 minutes, maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hours, maybe 3 hours. I think we can talk a lot about this kind of stuff. So I want to go into the history of the company, because this video is dedicated to people who are just starting, just trying to understand. I know many of you guys watching this know certainly more about energy and frequency than I do. I'm a real greenhorn and just scratching the surface of understanding what the heck is all this. And it's exciting, I'm telling you that. It's something that I'm really excited about, because I get it. And if I get some stuff, I know everybody can. So well, let me just find the share screen button. So here. So I just go into the presentation. Okay, I just want to go a little bit into the history and where Healy is coming from. See, this is the presentation. It's 85 pages long. So I'm not going to the whole thing. So tell you quickly about what is Healy. Healy is coming from a technology called Time Waver, and that guy here, Marco Schmidtke, he invented this one. So he invented the Healy and he invented the Time Waver. Just a few words about him. So he is, I met him in February 2019, and he is just a golden soul. He is a beautiful, beautiful guy. His character, his vision, he is, I don't know, to put it also in one word, which just makes it more important, he's a genius, okay, with a great heart, with a beautiful mission of making this world a better place. And that's why actually was for me also the reason to, join this and look really into it, and then eventually fall in love with the whole idea and the concept, and then of course the results of this technology. So he actually lived in India when he was 18 years old, for 12 years in a temple and being a monk, because he really wanted to understand like how spirituality connected to our bodies, and why are we, influencing things with our thoughts, and what is this all about, So he was always on the search for something deeper. And eventually, after being a monk, he really studied, or he he became now until today one of the most known quantum physics. You know, investigating the smallest of the smallest particle in this universe and seeing how all fits together. Like, because everything in the end of the day is energy, right? No matter if the table in front of me is basically the same energy. The only like my body, like my thoughts, like the air, like the water. The only difference is the density of the atoms, how it stick together. So in the end of the day, you can basically see everything as energy, and he understands that. And so everywhere are frequencies as well. So frequencies, and the way he made me understand this is also in your body cells, right? When you go with a microscope now with a really strong microscope on your skin, you see your cells consist out of a lot of atoms, and these atoms, they have electrons, and these are moving in different frequencies. So your eyes now, I'm seeing, or you watching this video with 100 hertz, that means 100 pictures per second. You're seeing this video and you're seeing everything around you. So your brain has different frequencies to your skin, to your heart, to your kidney, to your liver, to, you know, basically anything. So there's a specific frequency for everything. And this is basically what the technology is about. So 15 years ago, he created and he invented the machine called TimeWaver. And TimeWaver is basically the mothership, the big brother of this device here, the Healy. Okay, and TimeWaver technology, I'm going to stop sharing. TimeWaver, well, is a frequency device as big as a laptop, or they have several different frequency devices, and they're only used by therapists and doctors around the world to give sessions of frequency to clients. Basically, a client comes there and say, like, I have this and this condition, I cannot sleep, or I have this problem, I have anxiety, depression, low energy, whatever it is. And then the therapist can eventually adjust specific frequency combinations to that person's body and give them the benefits of it. Okay, so we have meanwhile a few really amazing therapists on this planet, or experts in this area, who really can help a lot of people by applying the right frequencies. So with TimeWaver, there was a growing database of results. Basically, now more than 500,000 times the TimeWaver have been applied to clients around the world. I think 2,500 or even more therapists and doctors using that machine. So the idea eventually came up, like, after having this tremendous success with so many successful results on clients. So the idea came up, like, how can they get more people to have the benefits of frequencies? And this is the birth of this little device, because, well, if you live in, let's say, I don't know, in Ukraine or in China, in Singapore, wherever, it's maybe not as easy to always find a therapist who has a TimeWaver if you want the benefits of those frequencies, right? So for that purpose, they invented and they created this one over the last 6 years with the technology, basically the same technology as the TimeWaver, but now put it in a very simplistic way. If you are able to control and send WhatsApp texts on your phone, you will be able to control the Healy, because it's operated by your phone. Your phone becomes a remote control for frequency programs, right? So now I'm using the pure program right now that takes me 45 minutes roughly, and it's detoxing my body. I'm using that every day. And in that pure program, you have, let's say, 1,000 different frequencies that they know is working to detox your body. Okay, and this is bringing me to the two main important aspects of Healy, and one of the first important aspect, and now I'm going to share my screen again because I need to show you this one, is they have a medical advisory board. So as you can see now here, we have all these experts around the world. Okay, and these guys are really the experts regarding frequencies, and every of these experts, they have different specialities, different special areas. Okay, let me, for example, talk about her, Dr. Carol McMacken. She is the expert, the #1 expert in the world regarding pain, inflammation, wound healing, especially for sport injuries. She's treating, and she has a lot of experience in the NFL. And there was one very known case about that guy. He's an NFL player, and he broke his ankle in a very ugly spot, and he went to the hospital, and they said, okay, of course we need to make a surgery on you, and that takes 6 months to recover, so you will not be able to play for 6 months. So now with frequencies, it's proven that you can reduce the recovery time tremendously. And especially with the right frequency combination, knowing what kind of frequencies to apply, you will be able to, make incredible time savings of recovery. And this is what Dr. Carol McMacken did. So it's all documented, the whole case. I can put a link in the description. I never said something like this, but I heard it about on other videos. You can do that. And of her YouTube video, actually, and where she's doing that. I think it's around minute 30, 35 to 40. And so what she did was she was applying frequencies right after the surgery to that guy. Okay. And 24 hours later, they took away the bandages and there was no swelling. There was no blue, black, disgusting spots. How you can imagine how it looks like after a surgery. No, there was just a scar. And funny enough, after not even 6 weeks, he was able to play in the Super Bowl like nothing happened instead of 6 months, right? And this is all documented. And she is the person who is working together with Time Weaver and Healy and brings her knowledge into the technology. So when we play, for example, the pain program, or there's a program in the gold cycle, and I will explain later on what are these categories and programs mean. The gold cycle, they have a program called release. So the release program is very good for, when you have pain, and it's for inflammation and so forth. So her knowledge of frequencies are in those programs. So let's say we have 1,000 different frequencies, a spectrum of frequencies in this program. And when we start that program, now these frequencies are available to us. Okay, so now the second very important attribute is behind that knowledge of those therapists or experts around the world is the technology itself. Okay, so the technology itself is this little device has a quantum sensor in there. So if I start playing that release program to myself because I have a certain condition I want to get rid of, the Healy will now connect to my energy field, to my field, and check where I'm resonant. Where am I resonant with? What kind of frequencies are most resonant right now? And then it picks and chooses out of these 1,000 different frequencies, those frequency combinations that are most relevant for me. Okay, and it makes it very individual. So it's just for me, these frequencies in this time sequences, out of these frequencies from the program are played to myself because they are most useful for me, and the Healy can simply detect that. And that's why it's so valuable. So now if you play the same program out of the gold cycle called release after me from my device, from my phone, it doesn't matter. Your frequencies combination is going to be completely different because you have different conditions, you have a different energy field. It's going to be, you have different frequencies you're resonating with. And this is just amazing. You want to know how that works? Don't ask me because I have no clue, but I think it's incredible, right? So that is why basically 10 out of 10 people have these tremendous success with Healy, and these tremendous, amazing experiences with Healy because it's very individualized and we're really applying frequencies that are useful. And that's not just, we're reading it by Google, or it's just a marketing product that comes up with a lot of frequencies and we think like, okay, this is what we do. No, there is so much knowledge on it. This is not just one company created that knowledge. No, it's a combination of a lot of experts around the world. Dr. Carol McMacken is the perfect expert for the pain and for the inflammation and the wound healing and stuff like that. Then we have different experts for the sleep issues. So they've been treating or taking care of people who have insomnia, problems to sleep and so forth. So they know exactly what frequencies are needed, what are the combinations in order to sleep better. Then they're experts for anxieties, for depression, experts who made better energy, more energy for whatever, you name it. There's a frequency for everything, right? And that is what Healy makes so special. And as a product, it's like, when you're thinking about products that make us feel better, let's call it supplements or maybe anti-aging and makeup products or whatever, whatever is out there, let's say anti-aging, okay? So imagine you have an anti-aging product and somebody is approaching you and say like, hey, you need this anti-aging product because it makes your skin so and so nice and your wrinkles and you look so beautiful and it's the best product in the world, right? You asked him like, why is it better than the other 145,226 products out there which are cheaper than your products? So now that person needs to really come up with ideas and, target you and push that product into your mind. And this is completely not what Healy needs to do. as a product, because it's really simply for everybody, because frequencies are everywhere and everybody needs frequencies. Because we just ask yourself that question: what do you want to improve in your life? Is it more energy? Is it you have anxieties? Is it maybe you have something on your joints, or something on your digestion? Or is it maybe sometimes you have migraine? Or is it you feel like you need sometimes better mood, or some balance, mental balance? Or you drink a lot of alcohol and fly around a lot, so you need to detox yourself? Or maybe you need to relax yourself because you're feeling stressed a lot. What is it? Something is there. Maybe some anti-aging. Maybe you want your hair to improve a little bit, because there are frequencies for hair too. So no matter what it is, there are frequencies for that. And that's the amazing thing, right? So now I'm using Pure right now, as I said, maybe because I'm drinking too much, maybe I'm just lying too much, maybe I'm just using it because I like it. It doesn't matter. It's completely up to me. Okay. And there's so much more to say about it. We even have a resonance application, which is connecting to your energy field and tell you which of these programs are most relevant to you right now. But that's also a topic for another video, because it's probably too much to talk about. Okay, I'm using that video also to say how we do the business. Okay, I think this is also very interesting to talk about. Why MLM? Like, wow. Such a bad word, right? Sometimes for some people. But to be honest, I think MLM, the business model, is not the perfect one, but it's just simply better than any other model. Why is that? It's because sharing becomes really caring if the product is really good. Okay, I mean, how many times in your life do you have recommended something like a restaurant or another place to go, or like a product you really like, but you didn't get anything from that except you make the person you recommended to a favor, and you make it happy, right? So now with the product of Healy is, if you recommend it, if you really like it, you can get a benefit from it, which is financial. You can get a financial benefit from it. If you don't want it, you can offer the direct commission that goes to you, to that person, and say like, hey, I give you a discount because I don't want to take any money from you. That's absolutely fine. It's completely up to you. The other beautiful thing is, look, you buy that device one time in your life, and you can use it for the rest of your life. Nobody is forcing you to do any more purchases after this. Nobody is forcing you to do any business with that. It doesn't matter. If you want to do it, you can. Other than that, there's 24 months warranty on it. It's made in Germany. So if anything happens in the 23rd month, you just send it back and you get a new device. Okay. If not, you just use it for the rest of your life, because all those frequency programs, there's not like a protein shake where it's getting empty and emptier and emptier. This is like an MP3 player. So every frequency you want to play to yourself, you can play as many times as you want, and just purchase it one time. It's absolutely fine. Just be a happy consumer of frequencies. Now, if you are like me and enjoying other people feel better, and it just changed my life, the frequency is changing my life, just because also the frequencies, like I give you an example, I wake up every morning, and now I've done that since 9 months, and every morning I'm seeing 2 to 3 new testimonials that completely blow me away, from people having this amazing life-changing experiences with these frequencies. I don't want to give too many examples now in here, because I don't know about what am I allowed to say, so I don't want to put myself in danger. But the testimonials and the results are just incredible. For me personally, I'm perfectly healthy, so I don't have these tremendous changes in my life, I thought initially. However, when I used the frequencies every day, and then I started giving my device away because I wanted somebody to have it tested and stuff like that for 2 days, I wake up and I freaking hate it. I hate it. I'm a frequency addict. My level of energy just dropped 2 levels. I feel like something is missing in my life. I can't really explain it, but I wake up after probably an hour less sleep right now than I had before. Most of the time, if I'm not completely into some stressful situation, I have great mood. My energy level is higher. I sleep better. It's all these benefits, and I'm preventing myself from a lot of stuff. And I'm sure about that, because the last 9 months of my life were a lot of traveling, were a lot of late nights and entertaining, where sometimes two hours of sleep and then 10 hours of traveling, waking up on the next day, do what I have to do, and then do it again. And I know myself, I'm exposed to so much toxins, so much stress, so much less sleep. I get sick, and I didn't get sick for 10 months. I feel great. My energy level is where it's supposed to be, and this is my benefit. So I'm using it for prevention. Other people, they use it for any condition you can imagine. So it's from person to person very different, but in general, I can say it's super positive. Everybody I know has amazing positive experience, and it really creates some kind of awareness to the people. So they start listening more to their bodies, which is beautiful, which is something what we have lost a long time ago. And so it gives you back an awareness. It's like a tool you give to somebody, and that person starts asking themselves questions they haven't asked themselves before because they didn't know. But imagine they did know the things they didn't know, how amazing that would be. So you start using this one, you start understanding like, hey man, this is not only flesh and blood, there is so much more about life. And this is also another thing, but it's going to be more deep in this conversation. So we keep this for another video as well. So why then MLM? Okay, actually, it's like the story how it all started was in the beginning, Healy was sold through the therapists. Okay, so the idea was, okay, we have our therapists, they have a lot of clients, so let them distribute the product to their clients because they have a big client base. I don't know how many clients a normal therapist has, maybe 50 to 500, I don't know. So it's quite limited, no matter, it's a lot of selling, but it's limited. And besides limitation, I mean, the idea of the company is now 100 million Healys in the next 5 years to 100 million families, right? So really helping the planet to get the benefits of frequencies. If you do that only with a therapist, you're limited eventually. Plus you have a conflict of interest, because if I'm the therapist, you come to me and you want a session, I sell you that session for $100, or you take home a Healy for €1,000 or $1,000, and you never come back, and you take that therapy session back home and you play it as many times as you want to yourself, it's a conflict of interest. You're gone from me. So that didn't work. That worked. That still works, actually. People still do that, but it's not fast enough. It's just like you're limited. The other idea is, okay, let's do it traditional. Let's put it in Amazon, do online marketing, do a big campaign, put it in shops and whatever. So now if a shallow guy like me comes around and sees that product in a shop or sees that product on Amazon, and let's say it's €1,000, €1,500, it's not cheap, and it tells me frequencies for your life. And then I read like 5, 6 different testimonials, and I probably think like, this is all fake. What is this? Like, okay, I wouldn't buy it. Simply, as a matter of fact, 99%, 98% sure I wouldn't buy it. Okay, now, if you though, however, share your experience with me and tell me, man, I have such a great experience, I have such a great improvement of my sleep, I have such a great improvement of my life, my well-being, and so forth, because I'm using it. Here, have it a day or two, try it for yourself, and tell me what you think. And then I try it, and I feel it, and I experience it, and I have that guy, I have you, I can ask, all the questions I have, like, hey, what program would I use for this and this and this and this? And you know those answers. If you don't know that answer, somebody else knows that answer. So we have already, and this is another beautiful fact of, besides helping so many people to really improve their lives, is this amazing, incredible community. I mean, there's so many beautiful, I'm so blessed with that. There's so many special groups out there who are all on the same mission, right? And sharing their experiences is so amazing. Like really, we every day we hear about new programs and experience whatever. Like it's just beautiful. Okay, so it is just the perfect product to be recommended from person to person. Nothing is stronger. Nothing makes more sense, right? And now if you want to keep it for yourself and just enjoy the benefits just for yourself, you don't want to talk about this with anyone, it's okay, it's fine for you. It's just, I'm happy for you. I'm grateful you using these frequencies for yourself and have the beautiful and amazing experiences with it. If you, however, say like, hey, if it's good for me, it's also good for the people I love around me or the people I know, and I want to share these benefits, because sharing is, what sharing is. Sharing is caring. Okay, so the more you care, the more you share. All right, and the more we share, the more people will have the benefits of this device, okay? And eventually the more income you can even make, if you want so. Nothing is forced. You do it yourself. You can do it. It's up to you, okay? If you want to make an income, it's very easy. You make an income with something what makes people feel great. What could be better, okay? And then normally it starts like this, okay? I have so many people like that just being consumer of frequencies. They love the device. And I say like, hey, I have that guy. He's super interested. He wants to do that too. He wants to have a device. I say, okay, send him your link. You do that, boom. Then suddenly he's doing it again, and he's doing it again. And suddenly, hey, there's some kind of income coming out. And it's a small income on the side of his full-time job, right? And eventually, you know, sometimes if a product is that amazing, you cannot stop it anymore. Like, because the people below you, the people in your organization, they start sharing, is caring mode and care a lot. And then you just can't stop it anymore. And then eventually you start feeling like, whoa, hey, my side income with this little device, which is actually just for me, and I shared it to 2, 3, 5 people, now exceeds almost the income that I do with my full-time job. At latest then, it's probably already too late. You start sharing the hell out of this one. So it makes sense, right? It does make sense. Okay, so I'm just thinking about a name for this video. It's probably, I will find out something. Anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it with you. I probably have 20 minutes now already. See, this is what I mean. We can talk a lot about everything. This is the technology, okay? This is the beautiful, let me just tell you one more time. There's a frequency for everything. Whatever you are, whatever you want. I'm just using pure because I need to be detoxed right now. I feel it, okay? After this one, I probably need some relaxation, maybe some sleeping frequencies because I want to, and because I feel like I can sleep better from this one, okay? And then the next morning when I wake up, I take some positive thoughts because it brings me to the next level of a great mood. I have a great day, I have great experience, or I take some energy instead of a coffee, all right? And after the gym, I take some regeneration. I take some muscle, I take some recovery. And within the day, when I eat something spicy, you know, maybe I take some digestion or some intestines or whatever I want to take, okay? And if I just end up with a little bit of headache during the day, you know what I would take then. So it's just beautiful, okay? It's just something that hasn't been there before. Guys, I will continue sharing more information. I hope I got across a few messages regarding why we're doing the business the way we're doing it. Who's the guy behind the company? It's Marco Schmieke. He's an amazing guy, and it's not a marketing company, guys. Time Waver is not a marketing company. Time Waver is a company supposed to create something that helps people, okay? Now we getting into the marketing because there is nothing more powerful than person to person, and this is how we grow, and this is how we share it to everybody else, and this is how we create something beautiful down the line. So let me think about the next video. That's one of the first ones. I hope you liked it. I hope you, hey, put some questions below. If you have, share this video to everybody you want to share it to. Most of you guys know me. Most of you guys know how to contact and how to reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to everybody. I'm happy to hear your experiences from this beautiful device. And next time, I see you very soon in the next video. So until then, take care and all the best. Thank you.